The video of my Rhode Island Reds after they've not been out of the coop for months. I mean serious, like months. Like, we had a dog get in there and kill every single one of them but like 3. I just had my rooster, one old hen who has not laid ever, and she's like 7 years old, and then one that did lay, so she's the only one, and she has brought back all these little ones. I've hatched them out. Some of them are a mix because some of them are eggs from, I was saving eggs the day that the coop got broke into and the dogs killed them, so I have chickens from the hens that died. I have some of their babies. So that was good. And then the little duck that you see running around, I don't know if you can see him or not, he's a little white, he's a snowy call duck. There he is. He's kind of small. He had a female friend and she got, something got in her pen and killed her too. I have a hard time keeping up the females, but the males seem to survive. And he's talking back at me right now. He's a pretty little duck. He's tough. He can roll with the punches. Them chickens pick on him and he picks right back. He's chasing himself a bug. But he's looking for a lady right now. He's a nice little single bachelor. We just had yet to find one. Alright. This is a video of the house. The hubby's Jeep, little shed. I'm gonna walk over to the other chicken coop. It houses my barred rocks, and I got a couple black copper morans that I've bought. I think I got about 3 of them, and then I got one blue one, which is, I'm thinking I got fooled into that one because it's not getting any bigger. I think it's staying dwarf. There's the garden. There's my garden. I don't know if you can see it very well. Let's see if I can zoom in. There's my corn. Too much. There's my corn. Zucchini, onions, there's squash. Tomatoes, cucumbers, all the good stuff. And I recently bought some fruit trees, but we have decided we may not stay here in this house. So we don't know what we're going to do with them. They're actually budding out nicely. I mean, see? Nice little, this one is it's called a fruit cocktail tree. It's a hybrid, I'm guessing. It has 5 trees grafted into one. It's got pears, peaches, nectarines, stuff like that. And then I have a 5-in-1 apple tree. And there it is. And then on the other side of it is a 5-in-1 pear tree. It has 5 varieties of each on them. I think it would be good, you know, get a little variety in one tree. So I'm not got, I mean, this is 15 trees in one, if you think about it, because each one has 5 on them. And you can get them on Burgess.com. I think I paid $59 for the 3, or $39.99 I think, for the 3 of them. And then I got, there's my grapes. I don't know if you can see them very well because of they're seedless. I got a collection of those for $9.99. They're actually doing pretty good, except for those bugs I see that's laid a bunch of eggs on them. And then here's my spuds, potatoes. I got a couple different varieties in there. They're doing really good. This container has 8 40-pound bags of dirt in it. It's a lot of dirt for potatoes, so hoping I get something. I'm watching other fellow YouTubers on there, and they're not having very good luck with their container potatoes, so I'm just hoping that I get a little bit better luck. Here is peanuts. I planted some peanuts in there. There's only 5 plants in there. I'm going to fill it as, you know, as they grow. I'll fill it with some dirt. It's a lawn and leaf bag from Dollar General for $3. These nice little powdery things are my green beans. There's my peas starting to climb the fence. Nice little peas for the family. And then over here I've got some sunflowers that I'm planting for seed. Just planting them for the heck of it, I guess. And then here is some Heritage blue corn. It's actually doing really good. I've not put nothing on it, no Miracle Grow, no nothing. It's doing real good. And then over there is a green Heritage corn. It's a heirloom. It's like a maize variety type. I don't know. I just plant them for the chickens to eat, for me to use them in fall decorations. There's my tomato plants. I was having some problems with some bugs, so I had to put some Dipel dust on them. I'm doing really good though. And then there is my broccoli. I don't know if you can see the heads in that. It's looking pretty good itself. And there's my 4 cabbage plants. I'm the only one that eats cabbage in the family, so 4 should do me forever. I'm going to pickle some though and try and make me some sauerkraut, because we like to eat sauerkraut and hot dogs. Everybody does. Yes, pink slime-filled hot dogs. And then, there's some little Morans zipping out of there. They're not too friendly little birds. I got some carrots started here. I don't know how well they're going to do. Beets, radishes, lettuce. There's my zucchini. Looks like I'm finally starting to get some fruits on it. Yep, there's some fruits. Looking good. See the fruits? It's right here. And then I got some more radishes that I planted right here. They're little. And then there's Swiss chard. And I got some spinach planted here. And I didn't think it was going to come up, but it's looking like it's starting to, so that's good. There's my row of onions. I'm sure you've heard of Cat's Cradle and all of them. They tell you to grow your own green onions, and I definitely do that. And then here's my pumpkin. Yeah, I know it's a little bit early for pumpkins, but we just went ahead and did it. We figured, what the heck? We're getting our everything else in the ground. We might as well try our pumpkin plants too. And they took, and they're doing wonderful. Another pumpkin. These little buggers are watermelons. Some nice little watermelon plants. See? They're looking pretty good. They've actually vined out quite a bit in the past week. I didn't think they were going to take. I planted like, oh, look, I have to drop some seeds down in there, and I didn't know if they were going to grow, but it looks like they're starting to too. But I tell you what, I dropped probably 8 plants in this one spot, and they just kept dying and kept dying. And finally, my last tray, I said I wasn't going to do them again if these died. They took. That's good. Here's the corn for the family to eat. It's just regular old peaches and cream, bread and butter, whatever you want to call it. Just the yellow and orange corn. It's looking a little dry, but I guess because the sun's so hot. This is the coop that me and my husband just got done building. It's 4 foot by 4 foot. It's not very big. And then I'm not sure how big. It's 4 foot wide and about 4.5, 5 foot tall, somewhere around there. About 4.5, I think. Tall, the pen is, and then we got a little swinging door. And then at night, whenever we put them up, or they put themselves up, actually, I don't have to put them up anymore. We let this down, this right here, string, and it lets down this door that's up in here. You see the door? And then it goes down, and then we put that up. It goes up and it kind of just locks it all in place so nothing can get in there and get them. And then we got some nice little solar lights. We got some solar, I call them porch lights because that's what they look like to me, but they're just on there for pretty. And then you can get the door open with one hand. Here's the inside. It's not too big, but it's big enough for chickens. There's some roosting bars. See, and we got them run across the tops here. And then it's originally divided off because we were going to put 2 different breeds of chickens in there, but it's not enough room. A little 2 foot by 2 foot area for 10 chickens, grown chickens, it's not going to be big enough. So we've opened it up, and they get both sides now, so they have the full 4 foot by 4 foot area, you know, on the roof. And then over here I made a little brooding chamber type thing. I put a lamp in there when the chickens are small, but they're bigger now, so the only bad thing about this is I made it, and I don't know how to do doors. I'm not good at doors. My husband always has to do the doors of things, and he's not had the time, so I don't really have a door. The only way I have to get to the chickens is going inside, raising up the lid, and trying to reach in and get them that way. So, not very much fun. But then, you see my little blue? That is supposed to be a blue copper Moran. She's in there. She ain't going to come out. And then I also have a black and white Americana. There he is. Peekaboo. I think they're going to come out maybe. Yep. There's a blue copper Moran there and a black and white Americana baby. I had more Americanas, but they've passed away for some reason. I'm not sure why. But that's just what happened. And here's my barred rocks. These are the most prettiest chickens I've ever had. I love them. They're a little bit flighty sometimes, but they're good. There's my little rooster. He is the best rooster I've ever owned. They're so nice. They're nothing compared to Rhode Island Reds. Rhode Island Reds are mean. The rooster likes to attack you, things like that. I think that I started originally with Rhode Island Reds. I'd never owned any other kind of chicken. So that's what I bought, and they're supposed to be good producers of eggs and all that good stuff, and they are. They're good chickens in that sense, but they're also grouchy chickens in a sense, and they won't hatch their own eggs. See them digging. They don't like to hatch their own eggs. They're not very good mommies. They like to pick on smaller chickens, so I went ahead and got a different breed, and I went with the Barred Plymouth Rocks, and they have turned out to be an excellent little chicken so far. They're not grown enough to lay eggs, but I think they got about 2.5 more months, and they'll be laying me some eggs. And then